Hi everyone, Natasha here. Welcome to Natasha's Healthy Living, where we are nurturing wellness naturally. One of the ways I like to do that is by using my paper planner to help me slow down, take a break, and take a break from screens and be a little more mindful. And I also like to do things like a periodic declutter of my home just to help keep things a simple process around here and not get too overwhelmed by clutter. So today we're going to be looking at week 2 of the 12-week declutter series that we started last week. And this is also part of my Lenten Declutter process. So I'd love to have you join me. Stay tuned for that and welcome to my office. Welcome back to my home. I'm so glad you're joining me today. So I'm up here in my office and just wanted to take a look at my planner and kind of get started and see where we are with our Lenten declutter process. Make sure you can see everything. Okay, and I also thought I'd show you just a little update. I did some tidying up here in my office, and this was something I had gotten from Jordan Vention last year, and I just stuck that in there with some more of that museum putty or that sticky tack. And then we're going to flip open to, let's see, here is March. Another little update in my planner is I decided to add one of the Jane's Agenda hybrid dashboard page finders. What is it called? I think it's a dashboard. So this is the inbox. It's a hybrid dashboard. I don't know. It's the one that is bigger and a whole post-it note would fit on there. So I turned mine upside down because I wanted to have a bottom tab that took me to my monthly spread. So that's what this is in here for. And then I have my top tab that takes me to my daily page. So I've got that. And what we're actually looking for is this extra little tab here, which is going to take us to the, nope, I take that back. It was the side tab here. Home refresh, that's what we're looking for. So this is the section that I set up at the beginning of the month and use some of those pretty Jane's Agenda dashboards and dividers and cardstocks from the subscription box this month. So we are on to week 2 and it's the daily use storage areas. So we're going to declutter and organize your utensil drawer or your most used kitchen cabinet. You could also tidy one bathroom drawer or under the kitchen or under the sink cabinet. You could do under your kitchen sink if you needed to, or sort and declutter your junk drawer or another frequently accessed space. So if you want to decide what area you're going to be working on, I'm heading back to my kitchen and I think I'm going to be working on my coffee cabinet because that's one I use daily. And because it gets used daily and it has things like coffee and our cinnamon sugar shaker and tea, there's just always some crumbs and tidbits in the bottom of the cabinet that it would be nice to clean up. So let's grab our timer and you decide where you're going to be working. I'm going to be heading down to the kitchen and we'll get started doing a little decluttering. Okay, let's set the timer for, I better do just 10 minutes. Let's see how much I can get done in 10 minutes because we have to scoot pretty soon. So I've got 10 minutes on my kitchen timer, which my dad says looks like a tachometer. So there you go. And I'm going to work on this cabinet here. This is where I keep all of our coffee and tea supplies and hot cocoa supplies. And it's mostly this bottom shelf that I know could use a wipe down. So I'm just going to take everything out really quickly. If there's anything I notice that I don't think should be in here anymore, then I can always declutter that. Like actually these fell back there, and that's something I could be having for breakfast, and I forgot they were there. So these are all my little tea supplies and my 2 French press. So give this a quick wipe down because this shelf definitely has some coffee grounds and I think some spilled hot cocoa and some cinnamon sugar blend. Get that all cleaned up. And while I'm in here, I'm also going to refill. So this is my everyday coffee that I just use when I make my coffee in the morning. And the very top shelf is where I keep my basket of extra coffee supplies. So we're just going to refill this. My current favorite is the either hazelnut or breakfast blend from Aldi. So I've been trying different versions there, and they're all pretty good. So I'm going to do that. That refill. There we go. All right, now this basket's a little lighter, and put that back up there. Get everything put back away, except for that tea that I just found, which is good because I've been running low on tea, so that'll give me something new to have as an option when I need a tea break. This, I think, is pretty good. I don't mind having a few extra of those scoops. I guess what I could do is wash out this little jar. So I'm just going to grab a new jar. And I actually got a little bit bigger jar because the one I had in there, it was kind of difficult to get everything to fit. So now everything should fit a little easier. And I've got a couple of my supplements. I'm just gonna wipe anything that's dusty. So I usually keep a little stevia. I've got my magnesium. Don't forget to take that at bedtime to help me sleep. I've got cinnamon and sugar, which we don't use as often, but it's there because it's close to the toaster. And then my coffee, I'm gonna slide back in there, and the honey, and my supplements. And it looks like I have about 7 minutes, so I'm gonna work on this basket next, because this one is kind of disheveled. So it looks like we have hot cocoa and tea. I think what I'd like to do is get all of the hot cocoa in this one, so let's see if I can do that. And all of the tea in this bottom one, which I think we're just about there. Some of these are just kind of a mess because they're loose. So let me see how I can tidy this up a little bit. And I'm just remembering I have this cold brew infusion filter for wide mouth mason jars. So that's good for making like sun tea, I believe. But it's a tea thing, so let's see if there's room to put it in this bottom bin so I remember I have it and not up with the hot cocoa. I'm just gonna take everything out and start with, let's see what goes back in. So we have iced tea, and that's a hot tea. Hot tea. Make sure there's some left in here. I've got just a few left, so I think I'm going to break down this box. And a little bit that's in here, I have an extra Ziploc bag, so we'll just tuck this in here. And that way, and I'll put my box lid on there. I can just break this down and recycle that. That will make for a lot more room in here. And this is our Sleepy Time vanilla. And little spice. So now I think I can just load up all of my different teas in here. Hopefully they'll fit better. Let's see, these are both cold teas, so we'll tuck those on this side. And I've got these hot teas here. Okay, so that's all of my tea. Oh, one more. There's this one as well. All right, and then these tea balls and infusers. I'm going to, I think, just tuck back in here, but now everything's a little more orderly. Maybe I can get that lid on. There we go. This thing, I think, could actually go down there. Okay, so that's that shelf redone. And I've got about 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can get this last basket a little bit reorganized. And what's this? Directions for stainless steel teapot infuser, which is over here. That goes back in there. All right, and essentially, this is tea, I just realized, so that's the only tea that won't fit, but it is almost gone. How many? Well, I'm about down to the last quarter, but I think I can make the rest of this work in here. And still have room for that one. All right, and I'm just gonna keep trying to use that tea up as well, and that will get everything a little more organized. Okay, well that actually feels really good. The other two shelves I don't think need to be wiped out because there's no loose coffee there. And top shelf is fine, it's just a basket of extra supplies. So that feels really good. We can just continue to work on other shelves and cabinets and drawers throughout our homes as we go through this week. So thanks for joining me. I hope that was inspiring for you to get to see a little bit of my declutter process and tidying up of the drawers and cabinets. And let me know in the comments down below how it's going for you, if you're following along with this 12-week declutter process and this Lenten declutter. Maybe you're doing a 40 bags in 40 days, or I know someone mentioned they are doing 40 items in 40 days. So whatever your declutter journey looks like this Lenten season, I hope it's a blessed one and is going along well. And other than that, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and I will see you again soon. Bye.